Happy New Year from Glendale, Arizona at the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. And for Fighting Irish Preview, I'm Phil Houck, and these are my last thoughts before kickoff. You know, we're here in the desert, of course, and so in the desert it doesn't rain, correct? Well, it's been raining here off and on for the last 2 days, but we are in a retractable dome, so the dome is closed here today, so we're going to have perfect weather for football today here in State Farm Stadium. The Irish are a slight favorite. That line is differentiated between about 1.5 up to 2.5 points. I think the last line I saw was 2.5 point favorite for the Irish. And everybody's expecting a low scoring game, the over-under 45 points. So what I'm thinking about before kickoff is defense. Oklahoma State's quarterback Spencer Sanders, he's a dual threat guy, but not necessarily a great passer. He's thrown 16 touchdown passes on the season, but he has thrown 12 interceptions, including 4 interceptions in the conference championship game a few weeks ago against Baylor. Those were interceptions that cost them dearly in the game. The Irish are one of the best teams in the nation at picking off passes. 15 interceptions, 10th best nationally in the nation. So that may be a big differentiator in this game today. The Irish need to get an interception or two. Because in a close game, turnovers usually tell the tale. If Notre Dame wins that battle today, it'll go a long way towards victory. And key to that could be the availability here today of Cam Hart, the cornerback who has played very well, probably the most consistent corner for the Irish this year. But he bruised his thigh in practice earlier in the week, and Marcus Freeman said he'd be 100%. That remains to be seen. In any event, Cam Hart will suit up today and will be critical to the Irish effort. And OSU, talking about defense, OSU plays great defense. They are the 3rd nationally ranked team in total defense, but even more impressive, they are 1st in the nation in tackles for loss and 1st in the nation in sacks. So I'm worried about keeping Jack Cohn upright, obviously, against a ferocious pass rush that the Cowboys will employ here today. And the Irish will be counting on 2 freshman tackles to actually accomplish that. 2 freshmen we've known all season long, or at least since Game 5. It's been Joe Ald at the left tackle. He's been really good, and he's experienced now because he started since week 5. But at the right tackle position, a bit of surprise earlier in the week. We found out Josh Lugg was injured and would not be available for this game. So Blake Fisher steps in, another freshman at the right tackle position. Fisher, highly talented, actually started the first game of the season against Florida State, but he got injured in that game. Well, he's back from that injury, but he's not real experienced, and the Irish tackles will have a tough task here today against the Oklahoma State pass rush. And I'm thinking about Kyren Williams, who opted out of this game. He's going on to bigger and better things. Glory in the NFL, perhaps, is his goal. But his ability to block, pass protect is really impressive. And the Irish will miss that today as they endeavor to keep Jack Cohn upright in this game. Of course, he's a terrific runner as well. But the Irish will employ a trio of runners behind him, including Chris Tyree, Logan Diggs, who has actually ran exceptionally well for a freshman this year, and third of all will be Audric Estime, who is not very experienced, but in spot duty has looked really good. Look for all 3 of those running backs to pick up the slack behind Kyren Williams. And to help neutralize that pass rush, look for the Irish to employ quick drops, short passes, get the ball out to the edge, ways to slow down that rush for Oklahoma State. And also look for the Irish to employ a little bit more of Tyler Buckner in the running game, because that can also help to slow down that pass rush. Game kicks off on ESPN at 1 p.m. South Bend time. That's 11 a.m. local time here. The Fighting Irish preview prediction: in a defensive struggle, Notre Dame 20, Oklahoma State 17. You might actually have to flip those numbers though, unless Notre Dame wins the turnover battle here today. This one won't be over until the final drive of the game. And for Fighting Irish Preview, I'm Phil Houck, and I will talk to you